gods! Marcus, he pillaged Morin's shop!
He is so weird and so cool.
He pillaged Morin's shop! Not important!
Yeah, he is an opportunist.
What is happening here? What are you fighting?
I don't know. It calls itself a Zeth, but that's its race, and I think it gave us...
Is it a spirit?
Yes, I think so.
You're sure?
I'm somewhat sure.
Okay, so you're not sure.
You round...
Ash, just fucking roll with this for once, please.
You round the corner to see Gregor fighting the creature, standing on equal terms with it.
Oh, gods. Gregor! Kier! I see Kier toweled and bloody.
Kier has made another impact in that wall.
Sir Nicholas, do something. It runs up and tries to stab it in the kidneys.
It's caught in the crossfire of Gregor and Kier's intense fight. It's knocked backwards. You know, Marcus, you got a lot more badass, but at the same time, holy shit, Gregor.
Yeah, no kidding. Horvin, get in here!
Horvin leaps.
As Horvin...
Marcus approaches as well.
If Horvin passes close enough by me, I'm going to slap him on the back and reinforce him.
You expect Horvin to charge past you. You reach out, trying to grip his back to reinforce him with magic. Your hand touches nothing. He is flying through the air above you.
All right, well, fine. I turn to Colvin, stare at my hand. You know, I have a feeling this would make you weaker somehow.
You got any of that for me?
Yeah, I do! Hi, Gregor, just keep doing whatever you're doing.
Indian grabs your arm and puts it on her own back.
Your tunic looks super sparkly. I like it.
No words about the tunic. I push
good.
I push Inian down to the ground as she does.
Fuck no, really? No, you just made me stronger. Why don't you ever reinforce me?
I'm already, because I hate you a little bit. I'm kidding. It's fine. We work things out. I'm yelling as I run around the fight.
Inian just slowly stares at Marcus. Really insecure.
Really insecure.
I dive behind the wall that Kier's on and Kier, are you okay?
Okay is subjective, Ash.
No, Kier, I'm over here.
I'm just glad that you're...
I reach over the wall and start trying to pull Kier to the other side. Work with me, Kier. Work with me.
Okay, I think we can corner this guy. We need to find a corner.
When you need to find a corner, why not make one?
That's pretty correct, Gregor. Your Honorian wisdom is showing, traveler. Oh, yeah, that's just an Honorian thing. They're going to say something dumb, attempt something dumb, and then we're gonna have to magic their asses out of the scenario. So, I'll prepare a triple spell for you. It'll dramatically amplify whatever you're doing, do something that'll save everyone's ass as they attempt to make a wall out of people or something.
Indian, you ready to save our asses?
Oh, yes!
All right! Gregor links arms with Colvin.
Okay, I'll see if I can whip something up. Marcus begins attempting to prepare a spell.
Having pulled Kier to my side of the wall, I start brushing the dust off and looking for the wounds. Oh, gods, they're all internal. Kier, hold still. Keep your eyes open. I grip Kier's head, placing my thumbs on his temples, and apply pressure, channeling a spark between my two thumbs to try and put his brain back together.
Ash, really, I'm good. Go fight the thing. Go help people. I don't want to, just trying not to be useless.
Kier, your teeth are falling out.
I know, just go, Ash, it's cool, I'm fine.
I want you to at least not die while I'm fighting,
I'll not
okay?
die, Ash, please.
Okay.
Ash, help, we're dying!
You knew what you were getting into! I yell back at Gregor. Kier didn't!
Are you still mad?
We'll talk about that later. I finish what I'm doing with Kier.
Kier with one wonky arm puts it on your shoulder. It's extremely floppy. Ash, I know exactly what I'm getting into. Please just go help them. I don't want to be a bother in this case.
Kier, you're not a bother. That's why I'm making sure you don't die.
Oh, that's sweet of you, but, you know, they're probably gonna die over there.
Damn it, Ash! Come on!
I finish what I'm doing to a satisfying extent on Kier and glance out from behind the wall. Where's the focus of the strange creature?
It is on the two of them with their arms linked. Horvin swings his sword down upon the stranger and takes a step out of the way. Dragging 1 foot across the ground, tripping Horvin into the wall of Colvin and Gregor. They support him linking arms.
All right, well, seeing that there is a wall, something of a wall between myself and the creature, I sprint out and quickly change directions. I sprint towards Horovin and Gregor, gripping both of them on the back. You feel renewed strength that you never knew you possessed, surging through your body. Your muscles expand, and I dive out of the way, sliding...
10-ton whale! It strikes the wall of people. With your renewed strength, you manage to cling together, even while flying through the air. Marcus, do you want to do that saving their asses thing that you were planning on now?
It set them flying! Did you guys see that?
Yeah, that's what it did to us. We went much further.
Yeah, it looked really kind of funny.
Marcus, magic.
Marcus shaves off a splinter of his demon soul and imbues his spell with unholy might. I raise one hand to the air and it glows with a peculiar light.
Idian attempts to throw her arm against yours, linking at the elbow. Could you maybe lean down a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
like,
thank you. Yeah,
like this?
yeah, okay. Reinforcing your magic.
Okay. Marcus extends one hand, letting his arcane force take shape and achieving spell effect number 71, a favorite. Marcus's eyes widen a little bit as two small jet black fish, which warp space around them, emerge from his hand.
What?
Flit over in this direction towards the creature and begin to circle one another in rapidly increasing strength.
Oh, and how about let's just triplicate the magic? You feel a shot through your arm. It suddenly burns molten hot. A school of fish appear, flying towards the creature. They spin with an unearthly speed. Pretty good, right?
Oh, gods, Marcus. What is that? When could you do that?
Yes. Black hole fish soiree. It begins to warp space around it.
What happened while I was gone?
Some
With
things.
the dramatically increased power of the soiree, everyone is drawn towards it. Oh boy, time for us to back up. Inian uses her hooked arm to drag Marcus, but you are really light.
I'm extremely light.
The,
Rack's lighter.
The three linked individuals sweep around the creature, caught up in the school of fish.
I plant my sword in the ground to resist the pull.
Then, in a moment, their linked arms form a perfect arrangement around the creature. You realize it's perfectly cornered. Ash now! Ash now!
Ash, no!
Fine!
Ash, do it.
Ash, do the thing!
Ash, come on!
Okay!
Ash, come
everyone,
on!
shut up!
Come on!
I run forward, screaming, leaving my sword behind.
She does not operate well under pressure.
I sprint towards the creature, eye twitching.
She'll get it done.
My knuckles crack, and the hand of moss and stone shudders into existence behind me. Arm cocked already, fist trembling. Sorry, guys!
No,
The
you're
air-
not.
Suddenly, the fist is impacted. The swing, not even noticeable. There comes a sudden boom as the air around the fist that was in its way for a moment suddenly realizes how inconvenient it's being and parts.
With the fearsome battle screech before your skeptical wizard critics, your attack impacts the stranger, forcing it backwards into the corner created by the three strongest dudes around. It's forced back into them, like the ropes on life's grand wrestling ring.
Does it look like it's going to bounce back?
Yeah. All right, guys, time for the ultimate boosty! Gregor flexes with all his might.
Marcus snaps his fingers, attempting to inflate Gregor as he enacts his boosty plan.
Idian watches Marcus. I could probably meta magic that if you want it to be targeted.
Yeah, you can do that?
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Oh, man, it just requires another competent wizard, but this works perfectly. You're a sorcerer.
Excellent.
As the creature flies backwards, digging into Gregor, his chest, his upper body, inflates for a split second, bouncing the creature backwards.
As a very rare occurrence, Ash notices what exactly these other three are planning and goes along with it. Seeing the creature bounce back, the initial hand of moss and stone suddenly breaks apart, withers away with blinding speed. The other hand, cracks into existence behind Ash, and open palm strikes downward on the creature flying towards her. slams the creature into the ground with its combining its momentum with the bounce of Gregor's inflated muscle chest.
It hits the ground, sending out a shockwave, forcing the corner apart. Gregor lands in the water.
As my mind begins to haze, I leap back a couple times and stumble.
Okay, and, well, Marcus, as I was saying earlier, it is just about time to deal with the actual problem. They think they're done because the enemy's lying in a crater. No, we are going to probably nuke the ever-living hell out of this until it doesn't exist anymore.
Good to me.
Marcus and Idiot get on either side of the crater and start throwing fireballs and eldritch blasts into it.
Gregor throws some rocks.
That's the spirit.
See, kids? You can do all of your cool wrestling moves all you want, but this is how you actually deal with the problem.
I don't
You
give
nuke
a
it with
shit,
magic.
Inian. I can't concentrate on what you're saying.
Okay, just remember, Ash, you always nuke it with magic.
I'm not going
Always,
to remember
always.
that. I say from my sitting position, gripping my head.
Okay, so, Idiot casually, stands over the crater, throwing in, more fireballs. Does anyone know what this thing was after? What it was doing here and why?
I think I
Breaking the
brush
world.
myself off and stand up. Horvin,
was a little-
you have some ideas?
Yes, of course. It was releasing seals set around the city. Oh, okay. Releasing seals, like what type are we talking?
Inian, hold on. Are you guys sure it's totally dead? I tentatively approach the crater.
There is a lot of fire and sparkles.
Marcus throws another Eldritch Blast.
The two continue to alight the crater. So you're talking about that grand magic that's been sitting around Jinkala since, well, forever, right?
Grand
Are you
magic?
talking about the same sort of seal here?
Oh, no, that's the first thing I thought of course, our art.
Other way around.
What are you talking about? Horvin said something about that too.
Oh, don't please, no.
Ash will get you in a zoology
No,
class at some point.
I'm just saying, if the seal, well, if it's going around undoing the seals, what was it, how was it doing it?
By stomping and cracking the universe itself?
Oh, so it was using sheer physical force.
What?
I think so.
Is that you can break a binding just by being strong?
Evidently. Marcus throws another Eldritch Blast down into the pit.
I
I'd
nervously
say-
scratch the back of my head.
I would say it depends on the area and the type of binding. If it's the type that's set into the flesh of the world itself, yeah, you strike part of the Haven't you ever heard a legend of a demon being sealed in a circle of salt and you just scratch the salt circle away and the demon gets loose?
Yeah, actually, I have.
It's a little bit like that, except
Dog tried that with Marcus.
good times. I'm really glad we're sharing a nice story over slowly killing this creature. But the point I'm trying to make is, if it's breaking it through raw physical force and the binding set into the world itself, what the hell were we doing slamming it into the ground directly on top of the site of the binding?
Marcus pauses with an Eldritch Blast over his head.
I didn't know anything about any bindings.
This may have, we may want to start taking steps backwards.
Marcus discards his blast into
I'm gonna take
the
steps
lake.
towards you guys.
Let's start taking step backwards. Yeah, you feel your nose tingling right here?
I
No.
grab Kier's cape and start dragging him, dragging him back.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a big one. Ash, your strike might have been the coolest thing I've seen in my life, but...
I don't want to hear it, Inian.
No, I'm complimenting you. You should want to hear compliments.
Sorry, I just assumed. Sorry, Inian. Thank
the part
you.
that you don't want to hear is likely about,
That's what I didn't want to hear.
cracks begin to run through the surface of the world.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
everyone get behind.
Oh, no. Suddenly, you feel, that sense of foreboding come to a head. The world begins to crack and give way around you. An imp slowly emerges from the water, sees the shuddering universe, submerges again, and vanishes. This is the problem with using physical force to solve everything, Ash, instead of copious amounts of magic. You just never...
Look, Inian, copious amounts of magic isn't really my thing, okay?
You just never learn. You people never
Shut,
learn.
I just put my hand over her
You
mouth.
Honorians never learn.
Gregor attempts to bear hug everybody behind him, really only successfully being able to bear hug Inian.
I put
Everyone
Kier,
else is too big.
I put Kier in the bear hug.
Horvin yells something to you from the far side of the crack. It's difficult to make out his words. It's as if sound itself were being swallowed out. One seal remaining can
Where?
still going to ride. Boosty! I might not know what's going on magically, but I think I can read intent.
Did he want a boosty?
But I can read intent. Kier grabs Ash. I think the universe is going to take us for a boosty.
Oh god.
Everyone is suddenly dragged inwards, smacking into the source of the crack. You feel the seal unleash. Pure malice pours out from the world, bigger than last time for everyone who was there last time. A howl is unleashed. Certain members of the group feel a presence beneath the earth. Something sealed, tucked away. The presence of 1,000 spirit folk, tied to the land itself, unconscious, bound in rancor. Part of that slips out through the binding. Whatever shrine once rested here acted as a cork, so to speak. You can feel elsewhere in the world one more point of pressure. All this rancor, once split between 3 sources, is now pressing purely against that. Your shape is torn away and reconstituted elsewhere.